Okay, we are on camera, we are recording, so to be careful. Okay, I'll give it another maybe 30 seconds and then we'll get started. Something that I thought might be a good idea to do this. I'd like to do some of these things more frequently, but I know time is not that commodity of a commodity that is easily and available for everybody every time. So it's not that easy to get everybody together. But thank you for joining. So we'll see. It's 8:02. How many of us are in the call now? One, two, three. Okay. All right. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Okay. I think it's a good quorum to get started. Let's do that. Coach Derek, is it okay? We can start. What do you think?
Yeah, it's 8:03. I'd say we go ahead and get going.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I only have a few minutes to that I need anyway. So I just wanted to make sure that we are in the same page. So firstly, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I do think that in our team, we have the most attendance for the games, at least, and for the practices also. As far as I know, none of our teams have this kind of presence. Usually, there's always a few number of people that are missing, player-wise, players-wise. So I think we're doing a great job, and that's because of the team that we get together and that the team bonding and everything that we have, not only for the players only, but also as a parent and as a group of coaches and parents that we are supporting the team players. So let me get started. I only have few items to cover, and I just want to go through it very quickly. Before that, one thing I would like to admit one more time is that, as we know, most of our players, more than likely, are not going to be playing in English Premier League or something like that, which I say a lot of the times to a lot of the parents and a lot of the friends also all the time. So why are we doing it? And I know many of you think, okay, the activity is needed, this, that needed, but more than that, I do think this is an easy game to play anywhere, anything, and anybody can get better if they're doing practice and they are passionate about it. Number one. Secondly, I think it's a good game for understanding team meeting, team growing or team environment. And lastly, I don't want to put it as a last thing, of which is the discipline, that how they become more of a team player by doing something that they need to do. I need to admit somebody. Okay, so because of that, these are the things that I think are more important for us to follow. So that is attendance. So attendance wise, I keep pressuring the kids also, and I'm gonna keep doing that for the right reason, for the benefit of the whole team. I think, of course, many of the things, again, I'm not speaking at you, but at the same time, I want to make sure that you understand that, we all depend on each other. And it's true that we're not going to win possibly every game. We could, but we may not. But uh, that's a good morale to a benefit of if we can win all the games. But that can only happen when we're, as a parents, as a team, we're supporting. And also one of the things that to planning and see how they're becoming, how we want to shape them and all those things, that's important because they understand who's going to be in the team. Usually, normally, I think everybody expects, all the players expect that all his or her all their friends will show up. Um, okay, I think we have people still joining. Okay, so attendance. Second thing I want to ask you guys is a tryout. So regardless of people are going to the travel team or select team or not, I definitely I want to promote the tryouts. Or sign up for the tryouts. It's free, of course. So I think one of them is in May, one of them is in June. and you can go to Derek. Correct me if I'm mistaken. I'm mistaken. I think you can go only to one tryout in travel and one tryout in select, right? Or can you go to both days?
Yeah, you can do both.
We can do both days. Okay.
Mhm.
So there you go. So go wherever you possible, and they like it. The kids like to play. Um, and third thing is respect. I definitely want to make sure that that's a big thing, and I used to talk about it a lot, but excuse me, as they're growing older, I don't I tend to get them into more into activity and practice and all these things because they like it. They don't like to hear a lot of talk and all those things. And these kids are not, you cannot do like kiddie stuff with them anymore. So make sure they're following all the rules. So we are following all the rules and regulation as much possible. But of course, we are now friends. We have a good team of everybody. So the parents. So we take advantage of that. But at the same time, make sure the rules. I don't want to go over them now, but you all know that, including one of the things that they try to put within the rules is like taking some first aid kits and some of them thing with you because as they're growing, they're becoming a little bit more aggressive. You just have to be careful, and things can happen in the field. Uh, Number four or number five is watch soccer. I think it's a good idea to watch soccer with them and making them realize how the different parts of the world are set up with the soccer cups and all those things. Another thing I would like to know from all of you guys is that next year's goal, or do you like to be in select and try or travel? If so, talk to me and Derek. We'll try to make sure that you're prepared for that and select. I'm hoping we can do additional practice for everybody so they can pretty much decide where they want to go and they can be selected for where they want to go. But for the most part, I think I'm gonna stay as a select coach. That's what I requested for, and I think I'm approved already. I'm pretty sure Derek will be also. So, and if so, we'll try to keep our team as intact as possible, but they don't let us do that. So we can talk about that more later. So let us know that. And the last thing is FIFA. I think in about 100 days, we start the soccer World Cup. So I would like to watch at least one, maybe two games as possible. The closest one is in Philly, second closest in New Jersey or New York, something like that. And then Atlanta, Miami, all those things. So if you guys are interested, let me know. The tickets are from I think from like $50, $55 all the way to $1,000, something like that. But I would like to take one or two game where we can sit close and if possible with friends and family, especially with the kids, their friends. That I mean, there is nothing better than that. Then I would sacrifice anything, or even going with family or something like that. So that's pretty much. I think we're at the 10 minutes mark. That's pretty much all the things that I wanted to um, mostly come to you for. Am I missing anything else? No. Other than that, what I can say the same thing. What I've been saying, I'm always open for the kids to do any kind of thing, any kind of help I can be for them, and not only for soccer but anything else they need help or uh, for fun, things like that. One of the other things, because of that, what that we're going to be doing is that we're getting together. I think Jessica is trying to put together a date, so all of us we can get together with the kids, which we try to do every year, so that they can be together. It's a kids get together party, you can say, for the season, so to speak, which would be coming up, I think, in mid-May, something like that. But we'll figure out exactly when. But with that, I think that's all I have. Derek, to you and Jessica, whatever you guys want to decide, or if there's any question, anything, you can take that also. We can take that also. But to you.
Yeah, I guess I'll touch on just two things real quick. Just want to hit on the respect thing, and again, quickly, it's for me, it's during practice or during games, just press with your kids, just to listen. And to me, if they're at practice and they're talking, it's really just it takes away from the other kids that are trying to listen and learn. So I'd say all the kids are really good. They're 8 and whatever 9 years old, so they have their moments, right? But for the most part, they're great. Just continue to press that, so we can try and get them prepared to play as long as they want to play. So that's the big thing on my mind. The travel tryouts are going to be in a little less than 3 weeks. They are the 19th and the 21st. So that is a Monday and Wednesday. And I'm just thinking kind of out loud now, if I guess we will have practice that week.
Yeah.
If so, we'll probably cancel practice on Tuesday so they don't have soccer 3 days in a row for some of the kids. I did travel last year with Riker or the tryouts. They had 5 teams, and Riker did make the 5th team, and we decided not to do travel. Just to, you can't guarantee them playing time with travel, and wanted to give him another year or two just to play with select. But the travel tryouts, highly recommend you sign up for those. They're free. All SAC does is they just scrimmage against other kids, and the parents kind of sit on the sideline and watch. So even if you make travel, you don't have to go to travel. Exactly, again, what we did last year. And it's a great 2 days worth of practice for them. All they do, again, is scrimmage, and then the coaches watch them. And if during the scrimmage, if the coaches see, hey, these 3 4 kids are doing really really well, they kind of move them in one direction. And if these kids aren't keeping up with the other kids, they move them in another direction. And by the end, you can see one field has the top players, which are going to be the current travel players, and then the other fields down towards the bottom would be the lesser competitive teams. But again, it's great practice that the kids have fun, and the more kids on this team that do these tryouts, the better. Just again because of the practice factor, and then they'll have other kids that they know that they can chat with and stuff. So Riker had a lot of fun. He was nervous, but off the at the beginning, but as soon as he got going, they're running around kicking the ball. So that was a lot of fun. And then select tryouts are June 2nd and June 4th. So if you do travel, typically they'll call you within the next 2 to 3 days after it ends, so if they make travel. And if you want to go to the travel route, you don't have to go to select. So then you would know whether you want to participate in the select tryouts. But the select tryouts again are the 2nd and the 4th, and this is all on the SAC website. So encourage the kids to do both, again, just for practice. So we'll have to plan our practices accordingly with these tryouts, so so we don't burn them out. So anyway, that's all I had to really say. We can, if anyone has any questions, like Coach said, let us know.
Yeah, and also just wanted to add one thing, that it's the other thing comes to my mind sometimes, the fairness. Let's say 3 people don't show up, or Johan didn't able to go, and at the same time 2 3 4 people they are late or something. So it's not completely fair for a couple of the kids who are trying to win that day or something, and when they rush to the field or something. I know sometimes parking and all these things can be a little bit difficult and taking time, but at the very end, the team suffers a little bit. I mean, it's no big deal. One important thing, though, which I totally forgot to put it in my agenda also, but it was always in my mind, is that always encourage them on the little wins, because they're not going to win every game per se, right? Or they made it, but they could. They are actually really good. If their team playing environment is a little bit better, I think their skills are probably one of the best in second and overall. But what we need to do is give them credit, each other's, and encourage them on some of the good things they've done. Maybe goal kicking, maybe throw, maybe a corner or maybe a one goal, even though they lost or something like that. Any of those are all little encouragement because those will help them, boost their morale in case they're losing the whole game or something like that. But next two games, I think both of them are probably pretty tough kids, so we're gonna have to really prepare. So hopefully we can practice Friday. But I think they can win easily. They did win with those teams also, and they lost with those teams also before. And with Chambers, the one that we lost last time, we actually won with them at 4-3 difference, 4-3 goal. Anyway, back to all of you guys. Any question, anything, please ask. If not, you can ask us anytime. Feel free to call anytime. If not, we just can call it a night and see you on Friday. Anything from Jessica? She want to say anything? Logistic or our main coach, manager of the team and everything.
She's upstairs dealing with the
Okay.
kids, so she's busy. She will get an email out when
Okay.
we can get together for an optional kind of play day for the kids in a few weeks. So she'll send that out
Yeah.
maybe tomorrow or Saturday.
Cool. Yeah. No worries. So anybody, any question? But everybody's doing great and everybody has improvement. Everybody is good in skills. I just cannot thank all of you for the help and the support that all of you are doing. And to tell you the truth, if I don't see them one or two times a week, I dearly miss them. I am really into this kids. I mean, I like all the kids, but of course, in our team, I'm just so close to them. It's very hard for me if I don't see them. Anyway, any question, anything?
Yeah, no question. I just want to express,
Yes, sir.
thank you so much for doing what you guys do with the kids. It's really challenging, handling the small and young kids, but we want to express our thank you, get gratitude to all of you, especially Brother Man, you and Derek and Jessica, of course, she manages a lot of stuff. So we really, really want to thank you, all of you. I'm hoping this team remains intact. But if everybody, decides to move on, that's fine too. Uh, but we are with you guys. We are staying. We will go for the tryouts and stuff, just for the kids to have an exposure to, how these things works too, right? So, but I think we are going to stay with you guys. So thank you.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. No, thank you. Appreciate that comment. Anything else from anyone? Question, suggestion? You're always welcome, by the way. And I just want to say last thing is that it is a joy for me to work with all of the kids and especially Coach Derek. He's very easygoing, takes over when it's needed. And I was not expecting to have a partner like this I mean, I would expect, but I was never sure that, it can go anyways, or I don't know, or maybe someone is just trying to help me or something. But he's very passionate, very good player, very good uh, person. I just wanted to thank you in front of everybody also, Derek, thanks for everything. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of
Anyway,
course. Thank you. Likewise.
yeah. Okay, so we'll hang up, I guess, if there's no question. I think it's getting late anyway, so I think some people are thinking of going to bed and things like this. My bedtime is not yet. Usually it's a couple hours later, but we'll see. But thank you all. I'll see you guys on Friday.
Thank you. Good
Thank
night.
you.
Awesome.
Have a good
Thank you
night.
guys.
Bye
Have a good
bye.
night.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye.